Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. It's been a while since I've had a good old-fashioned rambling. And something's been bothering me, something's been on my nerves for a while now, so what the hell? Let's talk about it. Now, you've read the title of the video, and I'm not so arrogant as to make the proclamation that no one can say the word simp ever again. It's unfortunately a part of the modern cultural lingo now. It's here to stay. Despite how actually fucking stupid the term is if you really think about it. Simp is supposed to be an abbreviation of simpleton, a silly or foolish person. But for some nonsensical reason, the word has been twisted to mean, and I quote here, simp is an internet slang term describing someone who shows excessive sympathy and attention toward another person, typically someone who does not reciprocate the same feelings in pursuit of affection or sexual relationship. So a parasocial relationship. Someone who's obsessed, a stalker perhaps, a fanboy, if you will. We already had terminology describing this behavior, so why the internet decided to invent a whole new word for it is just beyond me. Hell, it's a word, it's a term in this context that doesn't even make any sense. Simp is an abbreviation of simpleton. Silly or foolish. Someone who has an obsessive parasocial relationship with another person isn't necessarily silly or foolish. They could suffer from mental health issues. They could be malicious. Or they could have been raised very poorly and don't know how to properly socialize. The term is just an overt simplification, if you will, of a real-world issue. However, despite the slang in and of itself being stupid, that's not the real issue here. It's the slang's toxic abuse and misuse, the way it is just so haphazardly thrown around to describe anyone who has any sort of adoration or respect for someone else. Especially so if that person you adore and respect happens to be a woman. I'll use myself here as a personal example. Now, those of you who actually watch my videos and live streams and know a thing or two about me know that I'm a friend, a genuine friend, of many voice actresses and VTubers, many of them being of the not safe for work variety. I frequently promote them and their work because, gasp, horror, we're friends, and I care about them, and I want to support them. I don't have parasocial relationships with these people, I have genuine relationships with them. And yet, still, bizarrely, over the past year, occasionally, I have been accused of being a simp by some random troglodyte or incel on the internet. I use myself as a personal example here, but you know damn well I'm not the only one. I've been seeing this disturbing behavior going around for a while now. The abuse, misuse, and total misunderstanding of the slang simp. Now, are there some individuals out there that fit the description of a simp? Of course there are. Parasocial relationships, obsessive individuals, stalkers, fanboys, they've existed forever. To deny the fact that there are actual people out there like this is just straight up lunacy. But apparently there's a sizable portion of the internet that honestly believes that if you like a woman, you're a simp. If you're a fan of a woman and or her work, you're a simp. Which just, what the fuck? So if I like a person who happens to be a woman, I like her for her personality, some form of content that she produces, or some other innocuous thing, I all of a sudden have a parasocial relationship with this person, I'm obsessed, I'm a stalker, I'm seeking a sexual relationship with this person now, just because I like them or what they do? Don't you think that maybe, just maybe, that's jumping the gun just a little bit? Also, oddly, wouldn't you think that if you're calling someone a simp, you're calling them a simp to, in a sense, help them? Because being a actual simp, by the Urban Dictionary definition, is someone who is enacting unhealthy behavior. They're harming themselves, whether it be physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, because of this parasocial relationship they're engaging in. So it would be reasonable to think that when someone calls someone else a simp, in the proper way the word is meant to be used, you'd say something in the vein of, dude, you're a simp, stop. Get some help. But that's not how the word is used and thrown around the majority of the time, now is it? A lot of people on the internet use simp as an insult, as a derogatory term, to describe someone as a lesser person, even. If we go about using the word simp by its literal definition, usage of the word should come from a place of empathy and concern. Instead, a lot of folks are using the word from a place of malice and or disgust, even. Don't you think that's weirdly fucked up? Then again, this is the internet. Granted, that's not an excuse for anyone to act like a piece of garbage. Just because bad behavior may be the norm, that doesn't make it any less unacceptable. Also, this may be coming from a place of me being a hopeless romantic, but what happened to love? What happened to just showing basic affection to one another? Is that, as the kids put it, too gay? Am I a simp because I truly care for and appreciate another human being? I'm sorry, when did loving one another become uncool in the popular culture? What's even stranger is that the majority of people completely toxically abusing and misusing the word simp are people who are more right-leaning on the political spectrum. I thought you lot were all about traditional family values and following the faith with such commandments as love thy neighbor? So isn't this toxic behavior and the complete abuse and misuse of the word simp antithetical to those beliefs? Shouldn't you want people to love each other and spread that attitude and message of loving each other? If you're going around calling everyone who shows any sort of affection to another person a simp, with the express goal of trying to get them to stop giving that affection, because what else could your goal be if you're calling them a simp? I mean, if you call someone a fucking idiot, it's because you want them to stop being stupid, acting stupid, right? So if you're calling someone a simp, that must mean you want them to stop what they're doing, in this case, giving someone else affection. If you want people to stop giving each other affection, well, they're not going to engage with those traditional family values and loving thy neighbor, because by your standards, any form of affection to another person whatsoever means that you have a parasocial relationship with this person. You're obsessed. You're a stalker. You need to stop. Dude, what the fuck? That's so fucked up and fucking stupid. Where did this contempt for showing affection to your fellow human beings come from? Why is this a thing all of a sudden? We're not allowed to be fans of things anymore? We're not allowed to be fans of people anymore? Of course there are extremes, as I've mentioned throughout the video. People who are obsessed, have parasocial relationships, are stalkers. People that are irrational fanboys. But that's just it. That's what we call people who behave like that. Dude, you're a stalker, you're obsessed, you're a fanboy. You need to stop what you're doing and get help. And now, apparently, everyone's a simp. Oddly enough, except for a certain group of people. Particularly men who happen to be womanizers and bachelors, or even forsake women entirely. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. Could it be that the word simp is just used by insecure, sexist MGTOW incels? Huh. Well. I'd bet good money that's a strong possibility, eh? Now then, while this video has been focusing on the more serious side of the word, I can't make a video talking about the word simp and not bring about the whole meme culture around the word simp. There are many talented and popular content creators who have taken back the word in a sense and made it a joke, made it a meme. And good on them. I'm glad to see so many people taking what was a very malicious slang and transforming it into something more positive and good-natured. But for me, personally, I still find the term overused and misused. There are a great deal of folks out there who are suffering from genuine parasocial relationships, and they need help. They need empathy. They need to be told concisely what they're suffering from, not have dumbass slang thrown around. So much drama and so many issues online could be easily resolved if we properly communicated with one another, instead of just throwing out this dumbass internet slang. Oh, you're gay, you're a simp, you're just a hater. Cope harder. Such pathetic, childish behavior. Grow the fuck up, everybody. Are we adults or are we goddamn children? Lastly, for the love of God, it shouldn't be taboo to say that you love and respect someone. Having adoration or admiration for another person isn't abnormal. It's totally natural. Can we please stop with this bizarre, antisocial behavior of acting like it isn't? And that's that. That's all I want to say. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. I hope you got some sort of entertainment out of this video, or it was educational in some way. Thank you for watching. If you did indeed like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment, share the video on social media, Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook, and if you want to help out and support me directly, there's links to my Patreon and Ko-Fi in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.